Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals, it's Joshie here, and I am back into Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of the Roses. I always forget the first thing. Anyway, I had multiple suggestions from people, some who got onto it pretty fast for me, some I did harass of you guys, and that's okay, because I just wanted suggestions. My original point and plan was to aim at looking at going for some of the more popular ones. In the end, I changed my mind exactly on how I was going to decide, and instead of just aiming for the one that had the most or the ones that had the most, I put all of the ones people suggested together and figured out by I was actually just streaming before, and I was on the side doing some custom duels where I was winning and allowing myself to get some promotions, so some cards that had more. And then I thought, once I'm done with that, I'm going to select which one I pick out of the suggested lot, even though there were promotions of ones that were not suggested. And that included everything together from, is it better to be in there, in my deck, what about this, what about that? And then also if it had any deck leader abilities yet, and things like that. So I ended up choosing, and if we're going to continue, you guys will see I did. And I ended up picking Moon Envy, which was mostly because Mashu was quite fairly attracted to this card. We'll just say it and put it in those words. But nonetheless, this is who I picked. Now, I just wanted to show you here, I do have a second deck, not in use at all, and the reason is, it's not full. What I did here is I went through everything I have won and chucked it in a deck, which I may add some later, like I got more, you know, Thunder cards, a couple more fairies. I got this Winged Beast that I can make through a fusion, and one because my opponent did that. Same with Celtic Warrior, Flame Swordsman, another power-up card, multiple extra Thunder Dragons. Wow, Warrior is another one that's a fusion we can make. And there are other fusions, but I didn't pick them. But we're just going to leave. I wanted to start off at least just using the deck I was originally given. The only difference is I took Moon Envoy out and put in Luminous Soldier. I think it's Soldier. That's the only change I made. It did make my deck cost go up, but it shouldn't affect either of these two. No. Oh, no. I'm actually going to start with Rex Raptor because I know my deck is a little more suited, and I didn't read what he said. We're going to pretend I did, and I will try and remember to read everyone else's. But overall, I generally quite like this. Now, it's very hard sometimes. Can you stop? Thing there? Yeah, cool. This game ends up quite... I'm going to have to change this later. I might... Sorry, just give me... Just for this. I think this definitely has to come down. That feels a bit better. I feel like this game, especially without any dialogue or that, I'm competing too hard against it sometimes. So that does feel a bit better. It's hard because I have to keep changing different games. I will always zoom out a little bit myself. So, unlike the previous game, this game will... its fusions are a little more strictly based on the cards and what they are themselves. Like, sometimes there were certain cards, like if you remember in... When I say previous game, I mean Forbidden Memories. Dissolve a rock counted as a fire a lot of the time as well as a rock. It will only count as a rock in this, I do believe. But yeah, and you recover 4 stars. You can see in the top corner. Actually, you can't. My face does cover it. I'm actually going to... Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna... Yeah, placing that to start with. If I go here, let me have a look. That's not what I want. Wait, where's that up there? You're not supposed to be up there. You're supposed to be down here. Maybe side down a bit more. I'm actually going to keep it down here because it's only hiding my couple of, like, buttons. That way you can see better. But anyway, you can see up where my face was, there is a star. It now says 1 because this is a 3-star like monster. Summoning a monster will have to use that many stars. You recover for a turn in story mode. So you have to be conscious of that. Now, you will see... I'm just going to zoom across. He has that little symbol under the two-headed King Rex section. It's because he has a leader ability, which is movement friendlies for same type... Movement boost, sorry, for same type friendlies. That means all dinosaurs can move an extra space for him. If they're... I believe they only count if they're in his dueling... summoning area, which is the 3x3 square around. Frustrating. I'm going to... I don't want this Oscular hero at the moment, so I'm going to send Fake Trap up. It pretty much just... The only thing is it literally nullifies Harpy's Feather Duster. That's it. So it's pretty useless. There are a couple fusions that can be quite helpful for me in this duel. That I have. There is one specific one that I want. There are also a couple of different cards that can help. Magic cards or that don't take... Oh my god, I have 4 again. Sorry, you recover 3 a turn. I'm an idiot. Okay. Just gonna wait one more turn. The good thing is, being a weaker person, you know... When I say weaker, I mean him. But I've got to get the right cards. And that's why I did make that deck that stopped me from using those cards. That way, deck 2 takes up everything. Now, if I wanted to get this guy and her out, they still only cost them the highest amount. I'm actually going to clear a lot of these out. I forgot that she can make Nekagal with a Beast Warrior in this one. I'm down to only 2 stars now in my lot, but I needed to do that. The good thing with this map is if I push him to a side or even down one run, if I get one good one-on-one way, I can end up blocking him in. Okay, so Crawling Dragon 2, 2100. The other thing is, which you will see happen at a couple different stages, not this one, because he'll just do that. Oh good, little D. You can... your attributes in this can cause a stun, or what they call is like a spellbound. Still didn't get what I wanted. But... one good thing that I have is get rid of Leo Wizard. Now, you will see he has an ability. When destroyed in battle, it destroys the opposing monster as well. So that can be pretty good. I'm going to keep him for now. Just because I think he's better off being, like, held if they get a really strong card. Because there are, even your weak people have a good chance with things. Now, this guy gets a 300-point boost when battling a dinosaur monster, which would make us even. The reason I'm flipping and not attacking is a lot of the time computers will end up panicking, and they'll just go to defense sometimes, depending on who you're versing and blah 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 blah. See, goes defensive there. Oh no, he's going to attack. He's just stupid. Got it. Now this is where it's a problem. This guy is a stone, but half the time he doesn't work properly with the female cards. I'm gonna do this. Hopefully it'll work. And we get rid of it. I wouldn't be surprised if he destroys me here. Nope. Okay. If that's the case, if he doesn't attack me here and doesn't move... What have I got? Lady of Faith. If he doesn't attack me and doesn't move, I can wait till I'm working down the other side. Yeah, okay, cool. What I can do here is if I put my fairy with the female card and then that, I can make Dark Witch, who's naturally 1800, then gets a 500 boost. Now, unfortunately, I haven't drawn anything I can use for a terrain advantage. I am going to hold off on doing this attack, because if this back one can take me out, I'd rather have the other side going better. And to be honest, I'd rather use my better side to push him around the sun. She has been a pain in the ass a few times now, but she's a spell cast. Screw it. I want to keep that guy. While I'm not using him, I'm going to throw Moon Envy there, because I can get more hidden points towards his deck leader points. And as you can see, you'll notice as well when you look at opponents and that, my deck leader has the 3 stars with a plain black ground. He has 1 star with an orange stripe. I can't remember the exact order. I'd have to go get out the book, but there's like, it's like a normal army ranking system. I'm going to move this way and... I knew that works, but because it's still a, what's it called? Fish card. I'm also doing the same with him because I can get him a boost. And I am open to changing my deck leader at a time if I feel like it's right. He didn't attack. He may also... Oh, no, actually, they usually don't put their spells in defense. Oh, nope, he did. Okay, there's a good chance he may move to the side here. I am still getting none of the cards I want. That's alright. I forgot that fusion exists. A fish and a fairy make 7-colored fish. I'm gonna get rid of him in a minute anyway. Let's see what he does up here. Oh, thank God. Please don't be able to defeat me. I knew he was going to pull out Practical in a second. You biatch. Alright. Legendary Sword. Fairly useless at the moment for me. Let's just see what happens if I do this. The thing is, I can also bolster my defenses and hunker down on one end, and then if I need to, I can just run the turn clock down. Whoever has the lowest number of cards at the end is who wins. Sorry. Oh my God, whoever has the lowest number of life points. God, I'm literally thinking in my head. do that. I might throw him up here. I mean, I know it's only 2,000, but it's still better than nothing. I'm not too concerned about that card. Good. Bugger. I guess we take each other out now, if I attack him with mine, but... let's see what happens if I just do that. Show off what I got. You can get demoted as well. Just no, I gotta keep him. I gotta clear some stuff out though. Okay, cool. I can't do anything. Clicking the wrong buttons. There is one card I am waiting to draw, and I haven't been lucky enough to get it yet. One of his magic cards he does carry is Stain Rain, which I believe is a card that just gets rid of machine-type monsters. And the reason he carries it is because machines are another type of monster, which is upgraded in this game by the Wasteland terrain. Have what I need this time. Yes, I do. Well, I start anyway. Okay. Now, a dinosaur and a warrior will make Sword Armor Dragon, which has 2030 defense. He may actually attack my Moon Envoy now. Probably won't though. Nope, he did. Well, shiznit, I need to watch my life points. That's alright, there's another card in my deck I'm waiting to draw, because I know I can just rely on it then. Actually, there's a couple. If you play an Aqua on Sword Armor Dragon, you will get Brachio Radius, which is 2,200 attack. Then plus the 500 from the terrain boost. I'll let him attack me. I'll move my Carbonara Warrior, or Carbonara Warrior, as I will say most of the time by accident. Oh, did you die? And now that I'm flipped face up, I get a boost of my movement because of the terrain boost. You don't get it while you're face down. Okay, cool. He's going to stay in attack. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to send this one up here. Now, when you get a deck, you'll usually start out with a terrain card within the deck. This one, though, instead of having a terrain card, it has the one that removes terrain and just makes it normal. So that's kind of cool because you can make a terrain that everyone's even on and no one has boosts from. But a lot of the time, it's more beneficial if you have a deck that's based around a certain terrain that benefits you, and then you have that terrain able to be implemented. Now, Brachio Radius, without any boosts, well, I mean, yeah, is the strongest card he can have in his deck, so... as long as he doesn't pull out any boosts, I'm good. And I can play a list now. And because I'm changing it back, here's Uraby, I think it is going to... Oh, Uraby, will lose its boost. So therefore, and my boost came from a card, his came from terrain. Now he has got a couple cards in his deck like that, which is a reptile, and for a long time I was like, thought they were completely useless. They're not. They're just close to it. Now there's a Luminous Soldier. There we go. It's Soldier. I'm actually just going to... Yeah, I'm just going to make that... I'm not really, which is nothing, but I just want to put Luminous Soldier out there face up because he never got a promotion. I think your deck leaders actually get less experience than other cards because they never do anything else other than just sit there and look pretty. I am actually going to send this around that way. The only thing here, which is could have tried not to move, is he can actually now summon behind my Brachyradius, but overall that's not a problem. Well, my dragon was sitting in the back of the deck. Of course it was. But then again, I have one dinosaur card that was sitting back there and whatnot. I have no more cards in my deck. That does not mean you lose in this game, which is good. You can cause your opponent to forfeit. I am actually going to just start sending... Oh, what does he do again? This card is destroyed in battle. All spell cards positioned in adjacent spaces are destroyed. Oh, I did click. Yeah, you can beat people by pushing their life points down to 0. You can block them in and wait for the time to run out as long as your life points are higher. Or you can just corner them in. If your opponent has nowhere to summon, they will forfeit. I believe it's generally always, but there are some times when they will, I could be wrong, and I think I am. I think they do usually forfeit. That is such a weak card to attack me with. But, if they have a card roaming out there, I don't know if they do forfeit off the top of my head or that. I'd have to properly check. Might as well just flip you over considering I'm going to win now. So even if I cornered him in here without attacking, he'd be able to summon where I am, therefore he wouldn't forfeit. So I'd be best cornering him in. If I wanted to play it out to the end of the turn count, is leaving him just a space with nothing strong beside him. So if I moved my Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon forward and left Brachyradius. There we go. We got a promotion. Oh, there actually is. Oh. I'm just going to close my eyes and do it. I can try and line them up for 3. Actually, I might try and get... Okay. There's Crawling Dragon, and then we go 2 other stronger cards. Yes! Okay, I've got Megazowler. I might see if I can get Sword Armor Dragon. I got Crawling Dragon. Where is Sword Armor Dragon? It's after the orange, virtually, the Europa. I got the 2 of the 3 I wanted. I didn't pick the third one. I believe Crawling Dragon 2 is a dinosaur, but Crawling Dragon 1 is a dragon and is the basis of Zombie Dragon card. I might add them to my deck. I've got to have a look though what I take out too. What? Me? Lose? I don't believe it. Oh, yes, you can see. But looks at the time, we're probably only going to end up having 2 duels per match, which is fine. The other thing I'm going to check before... don't think it matters too much on the other side, but this guy here with, what's his name? The Necromancer. Is that just his name, Necromancer? I thought he had a name. Anyway, he has a low deck cost, so I'd rather come back to him after I win a couple more cards or do him towards the end. I am going to, though. I can increase by about 20. I would like to have a look. Now I have Sword Armor Dragon. Actually could put him as a deck leader too. Megazala, I'd like to put him in just because he's 1800. And Crawling Dragon too. I would like to put some dragons in anyway. Dinosaurs, because I can make things with them nonetheless. Alrighty, let's get them. I'm clicking the wrong button. Nope, still the wrong button. Put them in time. Okay. Actually, she's 20, and I found her a pain in the ass with fusions and that. And if I'm adding these in, Sword Armor Dragon's an extra 18, Crawling Dragon 28. We're still under that cost for just those two, so I'm going to stick with that. I think that's fair enough. I think I'm still just under. Some duels you can actually have go really well. I mean, that you look at that deck, that duel, I had to run through my whole thing. There is also a special way of getting new cards, but you have to have won 5 duels. I am over the limit here. Of course I am. Let me have a look. You can order things by deck. Yeah, deck cost. Oh, clicking that. Deck cost. Okay. There's a way to change it around, I thought. Oh, it doesn't matter. I can do this. Okay, what's my worst? Kaiser Dragon, yeah, understandable, understandable. Q-Beam, he's... Alright, let me have a look. Burning Land, yeah. Luminous Soldier. I actually think I might end up just getting rid of Occubeam. Overall, he's not that great. And then I can go wherever she is. Oh, let's make a Sailor. Oh, there she was. And just put one of her back in. I don't need both. That puts me under. There was one thing I wanted to check. Although it probably won't matter. Who got promoted that much? I can't remember. Oh, come on. Nala Warrior. I don't think anyone gets a deck leader ability at such a low level. I think it takes a couple. There may be one or two. There's also hidden deck leader abilities. At least one hidden one. You can also reverse people too. So I could build my deck up just around versing him a few times. So you're the legendary Rose Duelist. Prepare to face the sting of my insect deck. So most of their dialogue isn't important, but it also gives me less of an opportunity to... Now, this deck actually has a very little amount of ability cards, to be honest. Zoom out. Now, let's see what I got. Because there are a couple of fusions sitting in my deck that I can make use of. I can also draw him back to these spots if I really need to. And if I can get him to stand on the wasteland, I do better. But yeah, there is something I want to try. Actually, yeah, just stick with this to start with. I don't know. I'm just going to move him to the side, because if I move forward, if he plays a bug, he can definitely come and attack me straight away. He likes to drive himself to a corner to start with, which I don't hate. Bad. You know what? We're just gonna do it. I want to clear these guys out. And this is probably dumb putting him in here, but I just want to see. No, okay, it definitely isn't Aqua, which is fine. I expected that. But I'm hoping this card he's attacking me with isn't strong enough to take me out. Oh, 50. Gokibor. I think Gokibor. Come on, give me a block. Or Burning Land, that's actually pretty good. So not gonna... Trap activated. And I can bring up this and have a look at it. So, disposable trap that triggers when an enemy card completes its move in the attack position. Cancel the card's action and end further actions. I don't know if that's for everybody, if it ends, or just that one card. I can make this very beneficial for me. Now, this guy won't be able to move 2 spaces because of this. And because he's moved himself to a corner, he's kind of trapping himself in where I have leveled the playing field, so to say. Well, actually, not even so to say. Literally leveled the playing field. Now, even though there's a very small chance he can actually defeat me on even ground, my Sword Armor Dragon, that's fine. He'll still move forward though, because he's going to be looking to see that he can attack my deck leader. I didn't get an Aqua, and that's alright, because what I can do... Actually, what I'm going to do is this. But what I want to do... Oh, he could have beaten him. I'm glad I made that choice. He's only got a very small number of cards that can take, like, deal with something even over 15 or 1600, let's say. The reason I didn't come forward straight away is because I'd rather move my cards into a position to push him into that corner. God damn it, I can't remember how this works. I'm just going to go for it. I think this will fuck up. Because you can make Vermilion Sparrow, but I'm not sure if it's with a spellcaster. Yeah. I think it's another warrior type. I'm going to put him in defense. And move these 2 forward. And then fix up my hair, that's pissing me off under the headphone. I was playing with my hair tie earlier. Along somewhere, and I could have looked for it, but I didn't. Alright. I am, even if I die, I'm going to go for this play. Well. Interesting choice, mate. I don't have a spellcaster. Not really useful. But I can make this. It's funny because I get into the natural play of I need to box him in a corner. And it's like, why? Why do I need to do that if I'm just straight out destroying him? Stay in attack, I couldn't have dealt with you. Well, not with that gun. Oh, actually, I do want to move forward. But I don't want to let him slip out of that corner. Alright. And, well, I guess he's not showing many, but he can get some pretty interesting cards. I know he does have Forest, he has a couple of stronger cards that aren't bugs, and he has a couple of random cards which seem out of place because they're not bugs. But, this is generally where you'd want to go in terms of trying to win. And this is even the best one. I'm not going to do it. Because, of course, now I get Crawling Dragon. Just throw her out for a turn or 2. But the reason being is an opponent will always go to every card and do that. If he had a card somewhere beside him, he'd do the same. Click, 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 click. and continuously do that. I'm only doing this while I talk. But because he only has this and he's not bothering summoning, then that's even better for me, because if I wanted to, I could let this go, and that's literally a whole less click, which seems like nothing, but when you're going through, you know, 90 turns, and that's me, them, it matters. And I don't think it matters for me clicking my own card, by the way. Let's just fall in, why don't we? Box him in. Now, although I'm not going to take him out, he's definitely forfeiting here, so... This duel went better than I expected. Oh, we didn't get a promotion that time, but that will happen at times, we will, because they're all leveled up a bit. I'm just trying to have a look what he's got in here. He has 2 Quagga Hercules, which could be good. There's 1. 2, let's see if I can do it. Here we go. So when you line 3 up, it's a jackpot, and you get a new card. And the Labyrinth Tank is quite a nice card, considering it has 2,400 attack and defense, and has the ability to move through labyrinth walls. There are only a small number of cards that can do that in this game. No! That's not my mistake. I lost! This can't be happening! Also, I love that his Deckmaster doesn't fit in the screen. It looks like this weird floating thing. Now, we have 2 going up here. One, which they're both hard. They're actually both difficult to work with, and they may require me to actually battle these guys a couple of times. Sometimes, and if need be, I will. But, doing Rex Raptor is a pretty good one just for here, because as you can see, the basis of the terrain underneath with Keith. But one of the most annoying people to do is Pegasus. The thing is, though, his deck cost, as you can see, is 12,500 or 1,254. That's a really weird way to say it, Josh. And I've literally 400 less, so I can put a lot of good cards in. And then I have over here, I have Darkness Ruler. I probably will approach him next, but before we end, I'm not going to do another one. Some of these may be a little shorter than some of my others, which probably people don't mind. I might add him in just for now, because I'm going to go back to this. Okay, you're going out of the deck. I do want Labyrinth Tank in. As you can see, can enter Labyrinth squares. Amazing. That's so good. Leo Wizard is literally useless for me. And throw you in, and just for the simple power of it, I'm going to put Quagga Hercules in. I'm just going to have a look at my deck and see what I would like to, or would more likely get rid of, if there is any. I think I'm going to... I don't know if it's the female cards I have, or why he isn't working with them. I don't know why I'm looking at that. Oh, get rid of Fake Trap. God, yeah, that is the worst trap. The only good thing about it is has low deck cost. So if you have a really good deck, that sits at almost a deck cost, because if we look at it quickly, let's go back to this side. Oh, I clicked the right button. It costs 5. So I can put 3 of these in for 15, and then I can put cards in that, you know, are sitting down here, and I could put, you know, those 3 in, and then, you know, the average is quite even between those 6. I'm going to save it, and then I think I can fit one more recording in before going to bed. So I might do another episode now, and then I'll take the baby girls out to the toilet before we go to bed. But yeah, no, I saved this one here. I don't think I'm going to push it any further. The next duels, some of these can be quite hard. Some of them you can get really lucky, and then some of the easy duels you can get very unlucky with. As I said, though, I am going to leave the Necromancer to later, because I find that he just lowering your deck cost, it's not too hard overall, but you're better off having just a couple of extra cards. So if there are a couple of good cards you can make sure your deck has, that's great. And then if you need to clear out some average cards, and then maybe put in some weak ones, but that work well for a fusion. That is also why, if I need be, I may go back to Rex Raptor to get some dinosaur cards. But if you are enjoying this playthrough or others, please do consider a like and a comment, but also check out the channel itself, or even subscribe and possibly ring the bell. There's a couple of videos a week. There's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff at the moment, but I'm also working through other stuff like a gotcha or monster battle game, J-Cocoon 2 with kind of a challenge run. There will be a lot of Pokemon coming out just over a month away, so there's a lot of different things going on. Yeah, and then on top of that, you can check out Discord, Twitch, and Twitter, which are linked down below. And Twitch usually has a couple of streams a week, Dead by Daylight, and then a bunch of multiplayer games, at least usually once a week. But anyway, I keep stopping because I go to say guys, and I'm like, no. Anyway, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, or GG and MVP. Until my next video, I'll see ya.